y'all? This your boy Ace here. Welcome to Afternoon's Delight. So I wanted to talk about, what we're doing right now is we're doing a series on Femke Bol versus Abby Steiner. You know, neither one of them have confirmed how much they're going to be doing the 400 next year or whatever like that. But I still wanted to make these videos because I felt like, this is probably the matchup that I'm most looking forward to if it ever happens in the future for Abby, because I just want to see. I think they're so close as far as I think it's the closest race that Abby could be matched up with somebody in the pros right now, because I think Femke is that good where it probably doesn't even matter on which side who it is or whatever. But let me go through the comment section, because this video is actually going to be about the comment section. Now I'm pointing out what people think, and I'm just kind of like, if I need to respond to it, I respond to it or whatever. So I didn't get to everybody's comments just yet, so let's get to the first one. So my boy Predator Kingdom, always a loyal poster on here on a lot of my videos, not even just track and field, so I always salute to him. But Predator Kingdom says that will be a great race to see, as I'm not even honestly going to pick a winner right now, and we're going to talk about that, as I feel like that it'll be a close between them. Femke Bol has my respect, so I think she can definitely win it all. So he feels like the way I feel right now. It's actually going to be, if I had to realistically pick this thing, like if I'm betting or whatever, it's honestly going to be kind of hard. Now, I've been telling you guys, I think she can beat her. But my problem with why I don't feel all the way confident with that is that Femke has already run this race, so she has the experience in it. And the thing about it is, I still haven't seen what Femke could really do, because I don't even think that 49.75 that she raced was even her fastest that she could run. You know what I mean? I thought she could run maybe about in the 48s. To be honest, or low 49s, But I think that Abby will have a chance. Now, Abby on fresh legs, like some people were kind of saying, well, she's got a running start and all this stuff. And yes, that is the case with the relays. You have a running start, but don't act like that doesn't translate into the regular open, the regular 400 meter flat. Like the times you see translate pretty well into what they're going to do. Like Stephenie McLeod could get his 47.91 in a regular fucking race. Don't dispute that. Don't think that Stephenie McLeod cannot get that, bro. Just because their times are faster in the relays doesn't mean they can't achieve those either way. They're going to get new personal best. You know what I'm saying? If I had to imagine right now, in the first few races that Abby might have in a 400, because she's got to get used to everything, she'll probably be somewhere between a 50 and 52 seconds. I say she'd be somewhere in between there, but I also think she could definitely run under 50 seconds. I think she just has to get used to running more 400s, because obviously this race is a longer distance race than the 100. The 200 is going to require more stamina, which Abby does have. So that's what you see there. But let's move on to the next poster. My boy, another one of my boys, Harold Quill, man. He always makes good posting here. He's been on a lot of my track and field videos. I salute to him. He says Abby has ran 48 seconds in 4x400. Abby would win. Sydney ran a 47.99 in the U.S. 4x400. Probably could break the record. And I think this is where somebody actually opposed that. So after my comment, so Kurt Johnson, I've never seen Kurt Johnson on my channel before, so it's definitely new. Those are 400 splits with a running start. And I think this might have been the person that I was actually, because I wrote it in here with a running start. He is right about that, but he's kind of taking it for granted though, that they cannot equal that in a regular fucking race without the running start. So he says Abby has not run a flat 400 since high school. We know that. She's also not the best out of the blocks. And this is something that I've already said with Abby, that she has to work on it. It doesn't matter if it's a 100, 200, 400. One of the reasons why I think that, see, the 200 is her best race. Let me say this. The 200 is her best race, but I always felt like with Abby, the problem is that she can actually be elite in a 100 because she has the speed to be elite in the 100. She showed it in the 4x100. The problem with Abby is getting out of the blocks. And see, the reason why she did so well in the relays to me, and I never said this before, but I think it's because she didn't have to worry about getting out of the blocks. She just had to get the baton and run. She was already a running start. That's why I say if she cleans that up, that's why I really agree with Kurt Johnson at. If she can improve getting out of the blocks, that's what's going to really help her a ton. That's the thing that she has to improve the most. And I believe that's why in the 100, it looks like she can't. Like, it looks like that's not her premier event, but that's only because she doesn't get out of the blocks. Because remember, in the 200, she gets into a little groove because it's a longer race. A lot of the girls come from the 100, right? In the 200, they don't really come necessarily from the 400. The only one that comes from the 400 is like a Sharika Jackson, Shawnee Miller-Weibo or something, right? They come from the 400 already. So the girls that come from the 100, they tend to struggle a lot more because that turn, because a lot of times they know how to run the first 100. This is why Shelly Ann Fraser-Price isn't as fast as Sharika Jackson, because she doesn't know how to keep up in the last 100 like Sharika can do, because Sharika has the stamina. It's the stamina, guys. Sharika is a more of a long distance runner, all right? Middle distance runner, bro. So she knows how to save up her stamina for that last 100. I think that's the reason why Jenna struggles so much, because she's more of a 100 type runner, and her stamina needs to be worked on. Like, she needs to be working on her stamina, how she carries her legs in the last 100, because she has long legs, man. She needs to be using that a lot more to her advantage. Those strides and everything like that, it needs to be really used to her advantage a lot more, bro. But absolutely the key with Abby Steiner is getting out of the blocks. That is the only real challenge that Abby has, because everything else is straight. I know that the rear arm motion, that does not need to be changed, guys. I heard a number of you guys bring it up, and I'm like, that don't need to be changed, bro. That's not the problem. It's the blocks. The way she gets out of the blocks. That's why her 100 looks like it's weak, but she can actually do it because of her speed. If she worked on that, she could win the 100. And it's the same thing with this 400. This is how she could lose to Femke Bol if she doesn't fix that. That's the one thing that she needs to fix between now and the start of the season, is getting out of the blocks. That's a fundamental thing, by the way. Getting out of the blocks is actually fundamental. And she needs to go ahead and fix that, because once she fixes that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, because the way she chases people down in the last 50, that closing speed, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. That's why I could not believe this one dude kept on saying Shawnee Miller-Weibo had a chance against her. I was like, dude, do you not know anything about Abby Steiner's closing speed? Do you not know anything? That's why she would have beat Jenna Prandini as well. Stupid, man. Let me read the rest of this comment. I don't know if Sydney ever ran a flat 400 or any flat out of the blocks, so it's really hard to speculate. And Femke is going to remain focused on the 400-meter hurdles, and Abby will remain focused on the 200. So this race might not ever happen. The 400 world record is 47.60 by Marital Koch in the 80s, which was almost certainly doped. Oh yeah, there was a lot of doping around that time. The fastest 400 runner in the world right now is Shawnee Miller-Weibo at 48.36. Going to be broken, by the way. That will not last long. Trust me, once Sydney McLaughlin gets in there, she's going to shatter that son of a bitch. So any of them has some work to do. There is some speculation that Sydney might change to the 400. That'll be interesting. Another newcomer to watch is Brittany Wilson. Yes, she is, whose 400 splits are close to Abby's and has run a 50.50 flat 400. That's why I don't understand when you open this up and you said that those are 400 splits with a running start. Bro, look at how Brittany Wilson's split transferred to a 50.50. This is what I was saying. Well, Abby will probably run when she starts out with the 400, because she's going to increase her speed the more she does it to run under 50 seconds a lot more. But yeah, that translates, bro. Like, don't take that for granted, bro. I'm just saying that. Just don't take that for granted. And yeah, Femke might. I think Femke is definitely not going to lead the 400-meter hurdles completely. I don't even think Sydney McLaughlin. I think Sydney McLaughlin might double. But I think she might also just like if she does run the 400 meter flat, she might just focus in on that. So we'll see. But yeah, that Shawnee Miller-Weibo thing is going to be changed, man. It's going to be changed. Let's see with this one. So Ted H said, this is an interesting question. Thank you, man. I think Abby Steiner will run some good 400s, but Abby aside, I think the best question and one I would like you to cover: who will break the open 400 world record first, Cindy McLaughlin or Athene Mo? Ooh, okay. Let me keep that in mind for a future video. You know what? Let me keep that in mind for a future video. Because I was just going over that. I was just saying that Cindy McLaughlin might break it first. But we haven't seen Athene Mo in the 400 yet. So I don't know. Because I'm telling you right now, I think Athene Mo is probably just as good as Cindy McLaughlin is. I got this weird feeling that she's just as good as she is, bro. She's just as good. This is why I was talking about that girl, Roisin Willis, who's going to be in the 800. Those 800 meter runners, because they've already, their whole races are based on their stamina, right? These are more about the speed because it's a shorter distance. Then that 800, basically half the distance. I really do believe that one of them will get it. And we'll talk about it then, but I'm going to tell you right now, my early thoughts is that Athene might do it. I think Athene might do it, but Sydney will probably be in the 400 before Athene Mo does. Athene Mo might not go over to the 400 right away. So Sydney has a chance to break it first. But both of them will, yeah, I agree with you. Both of them are open 400 world record. Let's see a discussion about that. I'd like to hear your opinion on this. Also, maybe could you get the Jamaicans a hard time by not having, ooh, Ted H. Hey, Ted H, if you're watching this video, by the way, I need you to comment a lot more, subscribe to the channel, because, dude, you certainly could give me some future ideas for videos, bro. I need your ideas for future videos. So that's 2 right there you just gave me. And I will do those 2 videos, by the way. I will do those 2. Because you know what? I was actually thinking about bringing that up, about how the Jamaicans are so sad at middle and long distance, bro. Why do they only have runners in the 100 and 200? I don't get it. Sharika Jackson's like the only one from the 400 who has really come over. Because Shawnee Miller-Weibo is not Jamaican. She's from the Bahamas. And that is weird, right? Like how they don't have those elite runners at the 400 and 800. This is why I said their time is almost up, bro. Their era is going to be up because they have not sustained runners from that 400, 800 who have the stamina to go over to a shorter distance with some speed and be able to hunt these motherfuckers down. Because like I said, bro, that's going to be the one thing. That's why the Jamaicans, like, you will see a turnover with the Americans dominating in some of these other countries as well. Look at what Femke Bol is doing for the Netherlands, bro. Like, you're going to see some of these other countries start to creep up a lot more on the Jamaicans because they don't produce good 400 to 800 runners. That's pathetic, bro. I'm glad you brought that up. That's going to be a future video. My boy King Dog. I love my boy King Dog, man. He said, I got this weird feeling that Abby might beat her because if you ask me, Femke almost got beat by Natalia in this race. And I talked about this as well. I think I talked about this. Maybe it was in this video. I felt like I just talked about this, man. So yeah, man. So Natalia, right? But I was also backing up Femke in this and saying that I don't think that this is the fastest race that she could run because remember, she just came over from the 400 meter hurdle, so she's got to get used to running in the 400 as well. You're going to see Abby struggle as well when she first comes over to the 400. Her scores are not going to be under 50 seconds. If it is, I'm telling you on record right now, I will be shocked. I will be shocked if her first race in the 400 is under 50 seconds. I think she's going to run somewhere between 50 seconds, maybe even 53, but I just think she's too fast to run over 53 seconds. I just think she's too fast to be running that slow. I think she's at least 51, 52 seconds. I think that's where she will be because if Britton Wilson got a 50.50, I think she can hang in that area. But that is a good point because had that been Abby has better closing speed than Natalia, obviously. And she would have chased her down like a rocket and probably won. This is why if Femke has got to be a little bit more careful about the way she finishes these races. You got to make sure you close a lot better. This is why she can't beat Sydney McLaughlin now. You know what I'm saying? So she's got to fix that. Let's go down to Andrew Carl Elliott. He says, did I respond to this one yet? Oh, I haven't. I gotta respond to these comments, by the way. And I usually always try to do it like when I got time. I got a lot of videos to actually post tonight, so hopefully I can try to get to them tonight, but I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. But he says Femke Bol have never ran Abby's time in the 400, so I believe Abby Steiner will win. Even though I like them both, anything can happen on the track. And so we got some replies, so I'm going to keep reading. He says, last time Abby ran a 400 was in high school, but her best 400 split might equate to around Femke's time in the 400-meter flat. I can see that. That's why I want to see the race. Because if Femke was running at this level of 49.75, Natalia Kaczmarek ran a 49.86 right behind her. Abby had a 49.99 on dead legs in that relay, which will probably translate in the flat to about that probably would have translated to what would you guys say, like a 51 seconds, maybe 50.75, something like that. Without the if she had to start out of the blocks. Kurt Johnson, if you're watching this, because you seem to have a lot of knowledge. Kurt Johnson, by the way, if you're watching this, let me know what you thought that would have translated in this race. Do you think that would have translated to Femke's time? I mean, because I don't know. I think it would have been slower than that. That 49.99, I don't know, man. Because Abby can run faster than that. That the thing about that 49.99 that was absolutely like interesting was that Abby can actually outrun that time. She could actually outrun that time, and that was a running start in the relay. She could actually run faster than that 49.99 with some fresher legs. So that's the only thing she hasn't ran it since high school. That's why I said she's going to probably struggle a little bit because that's all about stamina. So she might not even go into it next year just because of that. She might want another off season to kind of because this year is all about rest for her, right? Because she has so many races. Next season, she might go in a little harder in between seasons as far as working on some things because she won't have that many races. She can pace herself all year, and during the off season, she can pace herself even better. Because in the off season right now, she's got to rest. She's got to stay off her damn legs, running and shit. She can't run that hard right now. She needs at least 46 months for them to kind of rest up. So Andrew Carl Elliott says, I understand. But as I stated, I like them both. Still, Femke never has broken the 50-second threshold. I'm sure Abby can. It will be an interesting race. I think they should pay them to run before the summer's gone. Oh, yeah. He must not know that Femke ran a 49.75. He said, happy for her. Y'all can read that on the screen there. Let's move on to Pete Gonzalez. But Kurt Johnson, if you're reading this, though, man, I definitely need you to answer that, man. What do you think Abby's 49.99 would have translated into? You think it would have been... Because remember, she had a running start, so I think it would have been slower. It would have been like a 50.80 or something like that. Maybe 51.20, something like it, somewhere around in there. Coming off the blocks. But he says Abby loves to run people down like a missile, and that's what I was talking about. That's why I think that's why a lot of you guys are picking Abby, because you know what she can do at the end of the race, or towards the end of the race. I mean, and Kurt Johnson said I think she pronounces her name Femke. It is Femke. They've even the guy that the Australian guy that does the NBC sports broadcast, he always says Femke Bol. It's Femke Bol, but I like to say Femke though. I like to say Femke, or Femke. He said, didn't hear any commentary once the pictures of Natalia Kaczmarek came on the screen. Okay, let me explain that. Good that you actually mentioned that, because I want to explain that. So sometimes when I'm editing these videos, right, I was trying to make this video fast. So the reason why I did it the way I did it was because I didn't really have time to go find pictures of Femke running. Those were set when I was talking about Femke in these videos. In this video, I mean, I was originally going to put that in there. The reason why I did it the way I did it was because I didn't have any time. So I wasn't in the mood to go back and edit and go find Femke's pictures and put them right there. But a lot of times what I'll do is when I'm talking over the video, I will put the person that I'm talking about, because I know people follow along with the video. Some people just listen to this in the background. Like, I've had people tell me they listen to my videos in the background before, like a radio type thing. Like, they don't even watch the actual video, like what's on the screen. But for the people that's watching the video, yeah, I usually try to put whatever I'm talking about on the screen. You know, so I let it play. I listen to my voice and see what I'm talking about at that point. Then hopefully I can put whatever's on the screen. But if you don't see it in my future videos, that means I'm in a rush to put the video up, and I ain't really had time. So hopefully I explained your question there. He said, Adeline Mercado said, Abby Steiner would win. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. For sure. Shout out to Adeline Mercado, by the way. The Jamaican tried to challenge her in a different video over the weekend. She got their ass. And then Tony McKinney says, eye candy. Oh, my God, man. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to rant. I'm going to have to rant right now. To close this video out, I'm going to have to rant. Now, this guy didn't understand the eye candy part, but usually I talk about the beauty sometimes of the track athletes. But the reason why I'm turning into, because this motherfucker right here, David Christie Cooper, always got some smart shit to say in my videos. Always got some smart shit to say. Now, this guy says that's at the actual point. Video, LOL, the running part doesn't count. Well, in this video, yes, both Femke and Abby Steiner are very attractive women, but that was not... Dude, don't try to discredit the video that says the running part doesn't count, man. Don't be offensive like that, bro. Don't be offensive like that, bro. I tell you, bro, you made me feel some type of way saying that, bro. You made me feel some type of way saying that shit, man. This video, bro, if I want to talk about their beauty, I would have done that video. Trust me, I ain't scared to make that video on my channel. And by the way, I think I am going to talk about that one day. I'm going to talk about some of these girls who got good beauty. Because I actually, somebody actually bought that up who wanted me to actually talk about that in a future video. I'm not going to make it right now, but that's why I do my height videos, man, so I can display that. Let me wrap this video up. It's going on too long. Go on ahead and like this video. Hit that like button for me. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new in the zoo. Any comments y'all got? Definitely put them below. And if you want to donate to the channel, hit the super thanks button below. But I just want to close this video out by saying that I'm planning on making another hype video in the next couple of days. The butterflies video is up to, let's see what that's up to now. That video has, damn, it's up at 29,000 now. 29,000. I need to make a sequel to this because the last one I did included Matthew Bowling, so that wasn't really like a real hype video. I need to make an Abby Steiner exclusive hype video, but I want to make a Femke Bol hype video too. So that's gonna be, I'm making a Femke Bol one too, man. I'm making a Femke Bol one. But we'll see. We'll see when I can actually get those up, man. But because I want to do more track athletes. I want to do more than just Abby for these hype videos in the future. Because I think there's an audience for them, and these videos are for the simps. I'm a simp too, so don't even be offended by it. I'm an admittedly simp, bro, for Abby Steiner, bro. Don't even worry about that. All right, y'all. Let me leave this video. Thank y'all for watching After News to like